Hi everybody, I'm Paul from Magic Torch Comics. And with Christmas on the way, I thought you might enjoy a wee Christmas comic challenge. I still remember really clearly running out of school as the Christmas holidays started and rushing home to read the Christmas specials of my favourite comics. And there's new Christmas comics every year to read, which is absolutely brilliant. I love when characters come up against Christmas. Marvel and DC always do Christmas comics. So does it Beano. There's an amazing one every year. I still personally always make time for the 2000 AD Christmas special. Here's this year's copy, which I'll read in a few days just before Christmas as a wee treat. So I'm absolutely, completely a sucker for Christmas. And in our house, we try and almost make a whole month of it. We have loads of little rituals, from putting weird ornaments on the tree. There's the Christmas Dalek there, Bigfoot, he's new this year. Krampus, of course, I've even got my own wee Krampus shelf. And another thing that I try to do most Christmases, if I can, is write a story for my family. I give them these wee books most years. Usually it's like a wee ghost story or something. Sometimes the stories end up being published later, other times they're just for them. Either way, they get to read them first. And it's something like that I thought we could do today, a Christmas mini comic. Now, if you've ever been to any of my sessions, the chances are you'll have made a wee zine or a mini comic. And in a moment, I'm going to share a short video of how to do it. First things first though, what you'll need is a piece of blank paper, A4, and a pair of scissors. So if you don't have those to hand, you can pause now, pop off to get them. Okay, so making a mini comic is great fun and it feels a wee bit like it's a magic trick, but it can be a bit tricky the first time you try it. So the good thing about watching it as a video is that you can rewind and go back over any bits you might have missed. Just skip back, watch it again. So here we go. Okay, so first of all, take a piece of paper, normal piece of paper, and what I want you to do is to fold it from end to end. Just line the corners up like so, and then fold it right down the edge there, and then fold it again, right, and again fold it nice at the edges there, and finally one more fold like so. Right, so 3 folds, all quite flat. There are lots of different ways of doing this. Everybody does it a slightly different way. This is the way I find it easiest. Right, so and then when you unfold your piece of paper, you will see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little sections there. Right. Okay, so now fold it over in half. Right, and this is when you want to take your scissors. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut a line from this end to this end. So the edge, not the open bit, leave the open bit to the left. And over here, cut a line from the edge to this section here, right? So just carefully cut the middle till you get to there, right? Until you're there, right? So that what you've got is a sort of a half section there, right? And when you open it up, you'll have this kind of quacking Pac-Man bit in the middle, right? And what I want you to do now is, holding it like this, fold it over towards you, right? And when you turn it around, what you should see is this kind of diamond shape. Right, so I'll do that again, right? So you've cut it along the middle, right? And then you open it up, and then you fold it long ways towards you. Turn over so you can see this kind of diamond shape in the middle. And it sort of pushes a wee bit, and what you want to do this bit, and this is the slightly trickiest bit, is that you push the diamond together, right? So push it together like that, and you might have to sometimes fold it a wee bit at the edges to make it do that properly. Push the diamond together, and then, right, once you've got it together, fold it again like this. right? And then over once more, like that, so that what you have now all hangs together, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, right? That's your mini comic. Right, so now you have your mini comic. It's time for us to come up with a story. And for this, I thought we'd keep it simple. A tale as old as time of goody versus baddie, but with a festive twist. So here's a list of our festive characters. Goodies on the left, baddies on the right. And you just need to pick which two you want for your story. Over on the left, guessing you know most of these folks. There's Santa, Elf on the Shelf, Mrs. Claus, Rudolph, Gawain, who is one of King Arthur's Knights of the Round Table. He had a bit of an adventure with a Green Knight around this time of year. And over on the other side, some baddies. Krampus, who is the Christmas devil, quite popular across Europe. Jack Frost, the Christmas ghost. Well, I mean, that could be one of the ghosts that's sent to scare Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, or to be honest, any kind of Christmas ghost really. This time of year is good for chilly, scary, spooky ghosts. The Yule Cat you might not have heard of. It's an Icelandic Christmas tradition, a gigantic cat that eats naughty people in the lead up to Christmas. And Befana at the end there is an icy winter witch. She's popular in Italy. And you pick your characters, and then there's even some locations for your festive battle royale to take place. So we could go Santa versus Jack Frost on the Mountains of Madness, or Mrs. Claus versus Krampus at the Cardwell Garden Centre. I'd definitely read that. Anyway, you get the idea. Mix it up, Christmas style. And now you've picked which characters are ready for your festive face-off. Here's one way to tell that story using all 8 pages of your mini comic. Here's an idea of what could be happening on each page. Just the basics, you have to add the detail. And just like the mini comic video, you can pause this and come back to it to figure it all out. Start with your title though on that first page. Draw out in pencil first, then go back and add lots of festive colour to make it really pop and sparkle, and then boom! Bonus Christmas mini comic to put in someone's stocking. And of course, you don't have to use our breakdowns. You might have your own ideas, in which case, of course, use those, definitely. The important thing is that you write and draw it. That's what will make it a special gift. Fun to make, fun to give. I hope you all have fun making your Christmas mini comics, whatever types of stories you decide to tell. And don't forget that you can follow Magic Torch Comics Advent Calendar Comic on our Instagram and Twitter. There's a new panel every day until Christmas Eve. This year's story is Santa's Little Werewolves, which has artwork from Catherine Hemmings, who worked on the awesome Starbound project with us earlier this year. Now, I thought we'd finish though with a story that we wrote really recently, just last week, in fact, at Port Glasgow Library, this time with artwork from Norrie Miller. Have a grand break, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and look out for our new workshops in 2022, Scotland's Year of Stories. Until then, Merry Christmas.